This is question 7 from the mock exam off the QCAA website. And it says the velocity of an object varies as the height in meters from which the object is dropped, shown in this table. And it says one of the given values of v is incorrect. If log base 10 of v is a linear function of log base 10 of h, use a graphical method to locate the incorrect value. Okay, so first of all, you have to not be freaked out that it says that. And you have to make a new table because this table is not linear. The table that's linear is log h and log v. And that's what they're telling you. So I'm going to type all those things in my calculator. I did that already. I just typed in log 5, etc. Okay, and I used about 3 decimal places. So I typed all those in, just log of each one of those, log base 10. And I'm going to pause and I'm going to write those out for you. Okay, so that's the table I got by just doing the log of each one of those. And what this is telling me is that this is some kind of linear relationship. So if I plot these points on my calculator, I should be able to see which one's not, in that line. Okay, some kind of scatter plot. So what I did was, and I'm going to do this kind of quickly, I'll clear that out. I went into lists or stat, because that's where I can edit a list, and I typed some stuff in. Okay, so I didn't really, this is the second list I made typed in, but I'll type this list in, let's see, 1.845 is the one I have missing. You can guess that that's going to be the wrong one. Enter, and 1.875, enter, and then I'll scooch over there, and this is sorry about my phone going off, I don't know why I have it on, and down here is 1.841. I think I did all that right. And then you'll remember that you can just, I'm going to make sure I don't have anything in here for a second, but if you go into this and put the plots on, you can just graph and the list will come up of, the plot. So I'll do that again. I went into y equals, and you go up here, and by hitting enter, you turn that on and off. So that's off when it's not highlighted, and when it's highlighted, it's on, and you don't need any equation typed in. And when you hit graph, it gives you that, and you can see that that's the outlier there. That's the wrong one that doesn't look like it's on the line. This is kind of tricky, the window, because these values are all really close together. They're all between 0 and 2. So I could actually go, between 0 and 2, and I went up by 0.1 so I could really see. If you have a big window like -10, 10, 1, you're not going to see it. And my y's actually go, between 1 and 2. So I could actually go between 1 and 2 with 0.1 as the scale, so for each tick. And then when I graph it, I could really see that these are in a straight line and that one is not. Right? So I can see which one that is. All right, so I want to take that one out because it's a bad egg. Because I want to write an equation. First of all, I've determined that this is the bad one. I can see it. And I want to write an equation so that I can figure out what would make this a good v. Because that's what it says. It says use a graphical method to locate the incorrect value. So I did that. So I probably on my test would go like this, and I'd go dot, 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 and that's the value h equals 70, v equals 55. So that's the bad one. Right? And that would be good enough. I might write graphics calculator there. And then I'd go back in and edit this list, and I don't want that value in there anymore because I want to make a line that doesn't have that value. Now I'm super bad at taking values out, so I'm just going to put clear, enter. Yeah, it does not work. I can't get it to work properly, so I'm just going to retype in, I'm going to actually clear. If somebody's better at that, I wish you'd let me know because I don't know how to just get rid of one value. Sorry, clear, enter. And then I'm going to type those in quickly. I'm going to pause while I do that. Okay, so I've typed the values in where I want to make my line. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the equation of that line that I find to put 70 in, to to figure out a good V, which is what they want me to do. All right, so I'm going to use, and I would write down on my page that I'm using stat calc linear regression. So I'd write down used GC to find linear regression. I've got my lists in there already. I might use this vars, y-vars, y1, so I can store my equation, and I'd go like that. And I'd get something like that, and then when I graph it, I could see, voila, it's perfect. It's right through all those dots, and I know that it wouldn't be through this one. Now, if I had left that point in, the equation would have been shifted down a little bit because that outlier would have pulled it down, so that's why I needed to take it out. So you have a choice of one of two things you can do here. You can get that equation, it's sitting there, and you can write down that your equation that you found, I'm sorry, I'm running out of room here, is y equals 0.4, I think I'd put y equals 0.5, it's close enough, I reckon, x, and then I need to scooch over here and see what my equation is, plus, that's how it's written, 0.903 maybe. Okay? You could put 0.499, might work out a bit better, I don't know. Okay, 4997, 4998. Okay, and then I'm going to put that x value in, or the h value, the log h value, and so I'm going to put in for x 1.845. So I'm going to quit that, and I'm going to go 0.5 times 1.845, sorry, plus the b, plus 0.903. And I get y equals 1.8255. And I know that that is the log of v, so I know log base 10 of v equals 1.8255. So v equals 10 to the 1.8255 using my big rule. So I say 10 to the that is 669. And I think that's about what the answer is. Okay? So that is a tricky question, but I think we've done everything that we had to do. And I might write linear regression here on GC. So I wrote down my logs. I wrote a little scatter plot saying that I found it on my graphics calculator. I said that I found this by doing linear regression, and then I substituted the value back in to get my better value that, you know, that was a bad V. So it shouldn't be 55, it should be 66.9. Okay, well done.